How's it going, everybody? It's Sandwich Pants here again today. Doing the stuff and the things and just having fun with it. It's been a very interesting day. I have started rolling up or getting characters rolled up for my next D&D campaign that I'm running, and that's what I've spent my day doing mostly, waking up late, and doing that. Just kind of going over stuff. I've got a lot to develop, so I'll be doing some of that as well. But outside of that, I've been anticipating going over some stuff today. So, I mentioned Mel in the last deal. I think y'all understood the point there with Mel, the tankies. We can get into more of that here in a bit. I love I love water sometimes. Usually no, I like NOS, but so I've got the title here: Minecraft Garbage People, Jimmy Dore Plus, and other stuff. I had a plan to go on, and then I sat down and started streaming and went, "Fuck!" I was going to talk about some stuff and relate it all together, and I had a brilliant way to do that, and I don't remember how to do it now. Because, I don't script anything out. I get general base points in my head, and then I lose them occasionally. I changed the color of the monitor so that there's not nearly that much blue. Well, it's not the same level of blue. I put it as purple, as you can see, right here. Boom. The wall behind me is blue, so maybe I should actually... What do you think, everybody? Instead of having blue, let's go with something that doesn't have any... Let me see how that affects my... Oh god, no. That's worse. Red, very bad. See? If we just go with black, then it's all still fairly bright. If we go with green, still super bright. See, I did have the camera turned up a bit, and then it was picking up noise from the other room, like copyrighted music, so I turned it back down. I'm trying to... I think black is going to be the best one for it. Boom. Got the light. See, and the light's not even pointed directly at me. If I wanted to, I could just blast myself with it. But I think it's better to have it facing kind of towards the corner so that it's reflecting off the back wall and everything. So. Oh, that's right. I don't even have to do a whole lot. All I have to do is, so I made a video over here called A Response to Jimmy Dore Exposing CYC Hypocrisy. That's what it's called. This video right here, a couple of things. Jimmy Dore exposes the Young Turks' hypocrisy. As a matter of fact, I probably should have linked that in here. Jimmy Dore exposes, That was somebody else's
We're happy to have
video.
with us a foreign.
But is it in here? That's not it. I think it was this one.
So here.
Yeah.
They've said they wanted to be Howard Stern. Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasperi, they wanted to do the Howard Stern show. And this is how she responds.
Okay. I don't like the Young Turks. I don't. I also don't like Jimmy Dore. For different reasons. The Young Turks, I think, are a bit sketchy. They kind of do buy into the State Department narratives really hard. It's not very good. I'm very skeptical of them. Jimmy Dore, I think he's a fucking moron. I think he's disgusting. I think he's creepy. I ate a whole fucking large pizza before this, so I'm pretty full. But essentially, I just think he's not very good for the left. It sounds mildly like a war zone. The war zone in my neighborhood right now, with all the fireworks going off in every direction. Some of them sounding like fucking machine gun fire, and just like holy shit. So, he says that Jimmy is saying that Anna is blackmailing him here. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to read this entire thing to you. Let's pop it into theater mode. I'm sure you remember when you constantly made inappropriate comments about how sexy you found me at work and even felt the need to ask me where I shop for my jeans so you can buy a pair for your wife so she dresses better. That was followed by an apology card you wrote me for the degrading harassment. I've been holding back, letting you run your mouth nonstop as if you're some sort of warrior for what's good in the world. That's going to change. Do you see her trying to get him to do anything, send money or anything? I don't see any sort of blackmail here. He's called it blackmail, as he does here, threatens blackmail to critics of her journalism. That's in the title. And his sycophants don't look up the definition of the word, and they just run around calling it blackmail. I'm sorry, that's literally not blackmail. The action, treated as a criminal offense, of demanding payment or another benefit from someone in return for not revealing compromising or damaging information about them. This is her saying, hey, do you remember what a massive piece of shit you are? And how I've held my tongue? I'm not doing that anymore.
And I'll tell you this story, the story about...
the story about the apology card? Yeah. Just to reiterate, listen to how he, A, describes the scenario, and B, I'll tell you if you don't understand already what's wrong with it.
That was followed by an apology card you wrote me for degrading harassment. Anna Kasperian used to dress, when I worked there, unbelievably inappropriately for a newsroom.
That's all you need to hear right there. Can you tell me what's wrong with this? She says, degrading harassment, you wrote me an apology card for it, but you used to make inappropriate comments about me all the time. He turns around with, she used to dress incredibly inappropriately. What? Anyone in chat, can you tell me what's wrong with this? Is there another way you've heard that argument phrased that may be a problem? I'll go ahead and say it now. Uh, that's the you were asking for it by the way you were dressed defense. Obviously, you wanted it because of how you dressed. That's pretty much what he said. She's like, "Hey, you were sexually harassing me while you worked there." And he goes, "Well, if you didn't dress so slutty, do you think that's acceptable behavior?"
She looked like she was going to a rave. The skirt, one time she came into the newsroom with a skirt so short. It wasn't a pencil skirt. It was like a fluffy one too, but so short that she bent over in front of me and I literally saw her ass and her thong. She's wearing a thong. I literally saw it. Everybody saw it. And I go, "Hey, Anna, nice news skirt."
The uncomfortable forced laughter from the other person in the room. We don't use that word there, Ian. That's ableist. Just as a heads up.
And everybody laughed. Like they laughed louder than I thought they would. And so it humiliated her. She got humiliated in the middle of the newsroom. And I did it. And I felt bad. At that time, we were friendly. And I was just busting her balls, right, for dressing like that in a newsroom. You're going to bend over and show me your ass? I think that's a little... I'm not offended, but I think that's a little risque. Imagine if I did that. If I walked around showing my ass to everybody. So when I did that, so she got really mad. She got humiliated. Her face turned red. She tried to insult me back, and it just fell flat. And she looked, bad. And I felt bad for her. I didn't want to make her.
Hey, I made a comment in front of everybody about how you can see my coworker's ass, somebody that I've apparently made inappropriate comments about and talked about how she's sexy multiple times around other people. I'm going to make a public comment about how I can see her ass in front of every single person there. But, they just laughed too hard, That was I didn't expect it to, my little joke here where I'm sexually harassing a coworker about how I can see her ass in front of everybody. They laughed too hard at my little joke here. I mean, what do you mean?
Feel that, but I just wanted to make a little joke. And all I said was, "Hey, Anna, nice news skirt," and everybody in the newsroom,
and everybody, this really happened. I said, "Hey, nice news skirt," and everybody laughed. Just everybody there. Everybody thought it was so funny. Yes, that's exact. Yeah, no, it's really bad. It is a ridiculous argument. It shows what a garbage human Jimmy Dore is. And by extension, the people who defend him by saying that Anna was trying to blackmail him with this, for one, and that there's not any actual corroborating stories or evidence of Jimmy Dore being this garbage person. He didn't admit to sexually harassing her in his video. No, he was pointing out how inappropriate she dresses at the newsroom, and that's why it's perfectly okay for him to make comments about being able to see her ass.
Everybody saw how inappropriate she dresses. She used to dress. And everybody saw it. And so that's why it got such a huge laugh, and she was so humiliated. So I felt bad for her. So the next day I wrote her a card saying, "Hey, I'm sorry. I won't do that again. That was inappropriate. You don't have to worry about that happening again. I won't comment on your clothes anymore." I should have said, no matter how fucking ridiculous.
You mean you'll stop commenting on her thong?
On her thong.
What does it matter if she was wearing a thong? What does it matter? Why is it your job to comment on it, huh? What the fuck right do you have? None. Zero. Nothing. You are not the person to talk to her about that. If anyone wanted to talk to her about it, it should probably be another lady coworker who wants to come up and maybe mention it and be like, "Hey, I don't know if you know this, but to call it out in front of everybody, drawing attention to it for people who may not have paid attention, showing that you were obviously paying attention, which with the history, as I said here, constantly made inappropriate comments about how sexy you found me at work. if you have a history of that with this particular story and you're admitting to this particular story and saying that your apology card was specifically for that,
that I could see. So this is how low they're stooping now, Max. She's gonna try and gin up some kind of bullshit like this, some kind of hashtag Me Too against me. And what she doesn't realize is that she's revealing that the reason why she's coming forward with some kind of accusation isn't because it bothered her and it was true and that she was traumatized, and that she's trying to get back at me because I'm telling the world about their poor journalism.
Yeah. HR could take care of it, which they have an HR department. Stuff like that. I mean, it's not his place. The thing here is, Jimmy is right about one thing. She is only bringing it up now because he is criticizing her journalism. Now, I think his criticisms of their journalism lack a lot of substance because he lacks substance because he's very, very dumb. And he's a failed comedian. Nothing he says I've ever heard is funny. Including when he's trying to, have a comedic undertone in a political discussion. When he's screeching at, I don't even remember who it was. But it was somebody who was talking about committee assignments. And this is kind of why I went over committee assignments. I'll do this one. Jimmy Dore. Disgusting way of debate. Repulsive method of argumentation.
Shout over you and throw you off. I mean, look, I can tell you.
A Medicare for All vote. I was more.
Hold on.
Guess who did that last time? The Blue Dogs. Guess who won't do it this time? The Progressives.
So this is I tweeted positively about your campaign because I like that you're saying they need to ask for things. And one of the things AOC responded to me and said, actually, we have asked for things and we're not being public with what we're asking for. But
it's a secret. It's a secret what they're asking for. It's a big secret.
But
he's screaming over people.
It's not. I mean, I know some of the.
Doesn't really seem that bemused, but is trying to be polite. Seems a little upset that he's just screaming. Seems kind of disgusted. Seems extraordinarily happy, like he's the funniest person ever.
I mean, AOC is not the lead negotiator. That would be Pramila Jayapal. And like they are asking for things, but I think, and they're getting things. They're getting some representation on committees. It's insider.
Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck off. Go fuck yourself with your fucking committee, fuckface. You fucking egghead nerd. I don't give a fuck about your committee shit. Nobody voted for her for a fucking committee. Why don't you stop saying that stupid shit?
No,
It was literally this clip right here that fully shut me away from wanting to ever have anything to do with seeing Jimmy Dore in a positive light. That segment right there. I watched this whole discussion. And it's not just because of the yelling, the being aggressive, because I watch Bosch. It's the absolute brain dead takes. Fuck off with your committee assignments, you egghead nerd, fuck off. Oh, really recognizing the importance of committees makes you an egghead nerd? Okay, well I'd rather be an egghead nerd who understands fucking politics and shit as it currently sits than be a moron like you. And yes, he is just abusive. Brianna Joy Gray seems to find it mildly entertaining, but not so much so that she would outright laugh. She gives a little bit of a grin when he gets called an egghead nerd, which, to be fair, that is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, that is a little funny. But she seems a little more taken aback by the fact that he's against the idea of somebody being on committee assignments and having committee assignments and shit. I don't know. It was that right there, though, that I was just like, no, this guy is not to be taken seriously. He's fucking dumb. He is abusive. His attitude is piss poor. And then there was him the other one is him literally coming out and saying that he made AOC and that she wouldn't be anything without him, even though it was Cenk of the Young Turks and Kyle Kalinske of Secular Talk who made the Justice Democrats and got her and the Justice Democrats and campaigned with her and for her and got her elected into her seat along with her own hard work. And she got interviewed on Jimmy Dore. She got her start through Cenk, who you're feuding with. Not for necessarily bad reason, because, I mean, Cenk did go on some stupid-ass smear saying that Aaron Mate is paid by the Russians. That's dumb. That'd be Max Blumenthal. Get your Jimmy Dore associates right there, Cenk. Max Blumenthal is paid by Russians, not Aaron Mate. And this is true. This is not just slander. Max Blumenthal works for Russia Today. Russian state media. Not ambiguous. I know. So the people who orbit Jimmy Dore, I find to be fairly garbage people in a lot of ways. Not so much Brianna Joy Gray. I think she, because she is in the Jimmy Dore orbit, I think she is just anti-Democrat. Anything the Democrats do isn't good enough, so she has to push even more shit, to the point of ridiculousness. Like pushing for a $25 an hour minimum wage just because the Democrats adopted a $15 an hour minimum wage without thinking about the ramifications, the consequences, how it would work economically, anything like that. I think that's really irresponsible and dumb. And it pushes people into believing that it's a good economic policy when, in all actuality, would literally grind the economy to a halt as it sits right now. You can't just boost it all at once to $25 an hour. You could do it over time, and I do want it to happen over time. I think the Biden plan for $15 an hour could extend another 3, maybe 4 years, and you could get up to $22, $23 an hour, and then tie it into medium wage, and it'd grow up to $25 an hour within the next year or two. And I don't even have an econ degree. But she's just anti-Democrat. He is anti-Democrat as well as abusive, honestly, like a harasser, a narcissist. Definitely, he's 100% narcissist. That's why he makes the claims of "you're not credible unless you come onto my show." He's done that to quite a few people, including Francesca, whatever, I can't remember what her last name is or how to pronounce it, and I don't want to fuck it up. But she works with the Young Turks as well, and he yelled at her about not having any integrity or anything because she wouldn't go onto his show. So, keep that in mind with Jimmy Dore. Yeah, slap fights are fucking dumb. I have to know. Let's go, Charlie.
As time goes on, I find myself believing more and more in the conspiracy theory that Florida was created as an experiment by the devil to house the dumbest people humanity had to offer. Maybe as a joke, maybe just as a science experiment, I couldn't really tell you. But coronavirus has really shown me just how fucking dumb this state is. We're getting upwards of 10,000 new cases a day, still climbing, and we're still hitting those fucking beaches, baby. The people that make up the population of Florida don't even feel like sentient human beings anymore. They feel like the product of a mad science experiment where somebody fucking Frankensteined the brain of a gopher into the body of a sunburnt drug addict. And much like the gopher, they're afraid of their own shadow, if that shadow was common sense. But luckily there's one superhero among us, one Florida man in particular that's become so powerful that he was able to scare away death itself this weekend.
And it was quite a scare. Lawyer Daniel Ohlfelder dressed as the Grim Reaper in an attempt to alert Floridians of the dangers of reopening the economy too soon. He believes opening the state's beaches right now is a mistake and will endanger lives as the community continues to battle COVID-19.
You know your state is fucked when you're actually rooting for the Grim Reaper here. So this guy cosplaying as the Grim Reaper had enough sense to recognize that immediately reopening the beaches as a way of celebrating coronavirus or whatever the fuck we opened them for is just a stupid idea and dangerous. So he dresses as the Grim Reaper as just a way to peaceful protest, and he's self-aware, he knows it's goofy, he's just having fun with his protest and letting people know the danger of it. And he's been doing this for a little while, but unfortunately, he did this on the 4th of July and came toe-to-toe with the Thanos of Florida men.
Oh, God.
Biden and Hunter went over to China.
Well, let me get this straight. Okay, Hunter Biden,
They brought it back.
after we went to...
This is what, no, you know what, this is weaponized.
So Alex Jones here is hitting the Grim Reaper with some fucking facts right now, talking about weaponized coronavirus created by the reptilians and Joe Biden and his son, going into interdimensional time-traveling pedophile vampires from the 11th realm, shit like that. You know, pretty standard Florida logic for the most part, and they get to engage in a little back and forth, so that way the Grim Reaper can get educated.
So Hunter Biden and Joe Biden went to China, and did they create the virus, or did they?
No, they didn't create it.
What did they do?
They brought it back here.
Oh, so they put it in like a tube and brought it back, or?
No, not in a tube.
Okay, how did they do it? They got it themselves and then injected
No.
it in somebody?
No, they absolutely
I can literally
100%.
smell the Miller Lite on this guy. He loves...
They absolutely 100%. They brought it back from a tube. They brought it back in a tube themselves. Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, they went to China specifically to get it so that they could hurt Donald's chance at becoming president. Like, what kind of dumb shit? What? Really? I don't...
loves his Miller Lite so much that his body shape is starting to transform itself to resemble Miller Lite. If this guy gave blood, the recipient would feel their IQ drop by 50 points and they develop a crippling addiction to conspiracy theories.
Okay, so Hunter Biden, and then Joe...
This is the Democratic Party trying
It's a
to overthrow Donald Trump.
Okay, where did you learn that?
Just by being alive. I'm 63 years old.
Okay, I do a safe distance.
Well, you can't argue with that. I mean, the science checks out. He learned it because he's alive. So, I mean, that's enough for me. I don't even need to take that with a grain of salt. I mean, he's 63 years old. You heard him. At 63 years old, he understands everything. So, that at least gives me...
There is nothing that you don't know by the time you're 63 years old. You literally know everything about life in the world. That's why 63-year-olds never make bad decisions, ever. Ever. Ever.
me some solace knowing he at least knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, I have social distance. No, I'm just doing 6 feet. No, I'm not scared of you, but...
There's no way in hell I want to fly on you. Okay?
No way you're going to what?
There's no way in hell I want to fly on you.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to keep safe. So, all right, well, cool. That's a new one. Yeah, I've heard...
Let's leave this lead.
I actually don't really know what he said. There's no way I want to fly on you. I don't know if that's his attempt at flirting or not that he learned on AOL. I'm not positive, but it made the conversation a little weird where even the Grim Reaper felt uncomfortable, and then he just kind of brushed it off, and then they settled the score right there. Or at least that's what you think, but this guy is relentless. He says, you know what, I can smell the fear in the Grim Reaper, and he fucking pounces on it. He chases him down.
Please, this guy. I would ask that you please stay 6 feet from me.
Stay away from this Ray Baton motherfucker.
Stay
away from him. Stay away from him.
Again, a little confused on what he's saying right here. Stay away from this Rayman motherfucker. I don't know if he's talking about like the Rayman Nintendo 64 games or what. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it is getting serious because now he's brought out his finger and he's pointing at him right now. He's got that old Karen, where's your manager finger, waving his finger around like a magic wand. So you know things have now been escalated.
This is a race baiter. This is a fucking race
At this point, you just stay away, okay? Or I'm going to call the police. I will call the police.
Go ahead.
I'd like to get...
Go ahead down now. Go ahead down now.
You're publicly intoxicated, that's clear.
This man is so unbelievably powerful that he's able to scare the Grim Reaper enough to threaten the police. That is impressive. And then you also have the beach's security guard here. I'm not quite sure, but he's dressed like he means business. This looks like a secret agent on his day off here. And he's trying to get in the middle of it and stop it, but even he's no match for the all-powerful old drunk Willie.
Public intoxication is a crime. It's a felony, so... You're publicly intoxicated and you're...
Stay away from this Ray Baton motherfucker. Right here. Stay away from him. Stay away from him.
I can really appreciate that he actually has both of his fingers pointing just in case he needed a dual wield.
No, I caught it after he said it a little bit slower. He's like, this race baiter. And I'm like, what? How does that make any sense? He's not race baiting anything.
Pointer fingers at this man right here. He's got both fingers locked and loaded, and I can appreciate that. He's only using one right now, but he has the looming threat of his other finger, which is pointed at the ground right now, showing a little bit of mercy. But if things pop off, I have no doubt he's going to be real quick to draw on that pointer finger and have both of them pointing at the Grim Reaper, and then what? Then what are you going to do? There's no counterplay. There's no defense against that.
Stay away. You ain't shit.
This is all I could find from this interaction between these two, and as you could see, the Grim Reaper was thoroughly overwhelmed by the power of the Florida man, and a being so unbelievably powerful that not even death itself could stop him in his rampage. I think this is probably the most Florida clip that has ever existed. I didn't need to tell you this is from...
No, you definitely didn't, Charlie. You just have to say man defeats Grim Reaper, and we would all know. I guess so. Yeah, I do get that. Yeah, this one's, this was fake. Wait, what anime is this? Inuyasiki? Okay. 'Cause I don't want to get no copyright strike. Of course it makes sense it was from Florida. It's fucking Florida. Death of the Nation. Alright, well. Hopefully I covered at least why Jimmy Dore is a garbage person well enough. Now, drunk people are more harmless than they think they are most of the time, especially if they're slobbery, like stumbly drunk. If they're just spitting and slurring and stumbling, yeah, it's bad. But that didn't seem to be that issue at all. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of shit that's been updated since I last played. So I'm going to jump on and start a new world. And I know this isn't normally the time that I take a break. It is 10:30. It's been 41 minutes, but yeah, I will be back.
Oh, there he is! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a...
No, you didn't miss it, Humorous Boris. I am just taking a quick break. We can keep talking about stuff, about how Jimmy Dore is a garbage human. I did discuss it some, but I can go over it a little bit more. I will be back here in like a few minutes. My gut is a bit full of things, you know?
Oh, there he is! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare!
I always respect people who enter into the arena and do anything you can to avoid the debate. Come on, man. No idea that you were taking your show off early last time. I had no idea this was going to happen.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare! Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare!
I always respect people who enter into the arena.
Seems that even Crowder has gotten some cold feet, so I don't think he's coming.
Why is that?
I would love to ask him myself. He's not even answering anymore.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. 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 Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare.
I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy.
God, the fact I've been sitting all day is a real pain in my ass, I'll tell you what. Options. Music and sound. Turn it way down. Subtitles on. God, that stuff's so freaking loud. Turn the music way down. Boom. That sounds like it's gonna be good. Alright. Single player. New world, whatever. Create new world, I don't care. Let's go! I'm just waiting to get the message that the homie has the server up and running, you know? Shit. Yeah, I know how to do everything in this game. Okay. Give me the other one. I haven't played Minecraft in almost a year. There's been so many updates. I think it's... Shit. C? What is my... Oh, no advancements. Y, U, I, H, D. Shit, I don't remember the buttons. Controls. E. That's what it was. Six. Actually, that would be... Oh. Give me one of these. Give me one of these. And... let's just do this. Give me another stack of sticks. Give me that. Boom. These can go down here. Fucking hell. Live does weird shit. Give me my thing back. I need all that. And I'm probably going to need to go ahead and start gathering some of this. Because I know exactly what I need to do. I've played enough fucking Minecraft to still not be very good at it. I wonder if all the new updates have already taken place. Alright, so this is where I'm going to start my home. I'm going to need to build it quick. And so I guess... we just dig for a bit. Give myself some space. We place the crafting table down here. We have to andesite, that's cobblestone. We'll just go ahead and that's how you do it. Give me a furnace. 2 furnace. And then I want a... I actually need to do that and get myself a stone pick, because the wood one's going to break. And then stone there. Boom. Alright, let's do it this way. Then we'll place stoves like that. Can I make... Oh wait, nah, I just gotta go and get more tree cut down. Oh, what do you know? There's a desert right over there. Yeah, I mean, oh man, there's a desert right over. That's a desert temple right there. Okay, so make a door. Make a trap door or 2. Make a boat. There we go. Put the trap door there. And then I can just do that and that. Things can still fall there, but that's okay, because I can just block it off like that. Boom. You should take that and that to cook my beef, which will give me some form of light. we go ahead and start gathering more wood. Because I need a lot of resources. Yeah, well, they sold off, partly for good reason. I mean, the founder of the company turned out to be an actual literal Nazi. Notch. I don't know if it's cross-platform, honestly. I don't think it is, because there are huge differences between PC and console versions. Come on. Get. Oh my god. And meanwhile, we will dig out and away, and maybe a little down, to try and find some coal. Yeah, there's a lot of content there. See, I can't even make a bed because I don't have anything. So that's a problem. But once I get back, once we manage to get back onto the server with Sam, there will be, I have Elytra and a whole bunch of other shit. However, first house. I hope I find coal so I can make some torches. I want to make some torches. You hear him? You hear him? They're down here somewhere. Anyone know what that is? What do I think about Kyle Kalinske? I think he's kind of being a little bit weaselly about the whole current situation, but, you know. Overall, I think he has some decent takes. He's pretty well informed. Kyle's not he's not a complete idiot, but him agreeing with Jimmy does kind of call into question some of that. There we go. Right there. This is the beginning of my house. Wait, really? Jimmy attacked Kyle the next day? Okay, I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to be on Minecraft, but hold on. What, where? Jimmy Dore show. Shut up. Challenge the system. Yeah, you don't. Fuck you. This one? Oh boy.
So today we're going to be addressing, of course, and hopefully this will be the last time we have to address this, right? So that I think that is. I think it's important, and that's why we're addressing it, because it's super important. And so I want to break it down. Kyle Kalinske covered this topic, the topic of the Young Turks doing McCarthy smears to Julian Assange, Aaron Mate, and me. And Jen called me a Nazi. I said I'm a Nazi. Said I'm a right winger. Said I'm, all this kind of stuff. And then, of course, Anna weaponized a personal incident from years ago and did a false hashtag Me Too on me, which fell flat because everyone knew it was a chance. It was her trying to deflect from being criticized for her McCarthy smears of Aaron Mate. And in fact, that's what she told me in her DM to me. So let's go over it. So I just want to break it down. And to be honest, Kyle said a lot of things in there that I was appreciative of him saying. So that was very nice. He said things like, of course, Jimmy's not a right winger. Jimmy's not a grifter. Jimmy is a guy who's on the left and criticizes the Democrats from those. So that was super helpful that he said all that. And I also, I think yesterday I said it too on the show that I was super grateful to Kyle for his support of Force the Vote. He was the most eloquent defender of Force the Vote. And I was really happy about that. I was really grateful. And so I want to get that. I want to say that. And but I also want to say I was deeply disappointed. And I'll say hurt. Okay, I'll go with that far. That he handled this the way he handled it. So I will break it down and here we go.
So obviously I'm going to talk here about the drama between Jimmy Dore and Aaron Mate versus the Young Turks. So I just want to reiterate, I don't want to do this segment.
Oh my God.
I don't want to talk about it. I've bent over backwards to stay out of this fight. Now, some of you might not like that. I don't care. I'll never hide a single thing from any of you when it comes to policy. But when it comes to personal shit, I don't want to get involved in it, and I want to stay out of it.
Okay, now I'll just briefly comment on that, and we'll talk about it more as we go on. But it was incorrect of him to state it as drama. Okay, and we'll explain that further. And so that was the big problem. Was that he originally didn't want to get involved. Well, let's wait.
I don't know why the picture-in-picture thing isn't
At
working.
that time,
Yeah, see, it's not working for some reason. Anyways, he is definitely a two-faced little fucking weasel here, because he makes video after video criticizing the Young Turks' past and how bad they used to be, and this, that, and the third, and Anna didn't even try and weaponize her past necessarily. She just brought it up as a way to be like, hey, do you remember how much of a bullshit fuck you are? And then that's it. She didn't try and weaponize her past. You're the one who told the story about the sexual harassment, dumb fuck.
You know,
pleasure to be here. I admired you quite a lot. You're outspoken in the way you speak, like a character from Frank Capra movie.
I'm very flattered. I really appreciate it. I'm just a dumb nightclub comedian.
A guy like me should never be allowed to get in here in the first place. I know.
What the fuck was that? Sorry, my shit just freaked out. I don't know what the hell happened. Let me... Oh, it was pulling up his...
we were sort of at the peak of Russiagate, and I know, because I know all these people personally, that the Russiagate thing bothered...
Yeah, exactly. He released it in public, not not her.
Jimmy just as much off air as it did on air.
True.
He felt like it sort of ruined friendships, and he couldn't believe that there were people who were falling for that bullshit.
True.
And so the more TYT would cover it, the more angry he would get. And then what would happen is Jimmy would go on air and do his show, and he would never directly or overtly call out the Young Turks at that time, but there would be little pot shots here and there.
I never named them, and what I was criticizing was their policy choices, right? I was talking about on the facts of Russiagate, not personal. I didn't make it personal. I kept it all on the facts, and I never mentioned them. I would say lefty news shows that are pushing Russiagate, which 99% of all the lefty news shows were pushing Russiagate. So to say that I was taking pot shots directly at them, but anyway, it doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there.
But I think it is important to always remind the viewer that he does have a working relationship with TYT. He is a part of their network. He's on their platform.
Yes, that's of course right. That's correct. That certainly should be known. Yeah.
About how other lefty shows are not telling you the truth about this Russiagate thing.
Yep.
And so that went on for a long time. I think at some point, eventually, somebody at TYT caught wind of the fact that Jimmy was taking shots at them. And, that led Anna to go on Twitter and basically say something along the lines of, I think Jimmy's a grifter, and I don't think he's an honest actor.
So, again, not responding to my critique, just coming with a blanket smear, because that's how TYT handles criticism, is they don't respond to the criticism. They just do some kind of outlandish blanket smear of you, and that's what Anna did. And he's right. That was the genesis of all this. He's right.
I don't agree with Anna on that. She said that it was fucked up, but as soon as I read that tweet, I said, uh-oh, here we go. This shit is about to get nuclear, because Jimmy Dore has one gear, and that gear is nuclear.
That is also true.
Okay, and let me just show this. So he makes it. I don't get it. Makes it sound like that's a negative. First of all, he shows a bunch of videos where I'm completely level-headed and arguing in good faith for the Young Turks, but which kind of undermines what he just said, that I only have one speed. But here, I don't mind people saying that. That's actually, I take it as a compliment, because we need people on the left who are going to go nuclear, because they won't even go conventional. They won't even do anything. So they're doing nothing. So people want someone to go nuclear. But I always thought that was a good thing. I thought Kyle agreed with that, because when he was on Joe Rogan, this is what they said.
Okay. I will point out, because Jimmy Dore is a complete idiot. I don't know how many times I have to say that. how hard it is to actually understand this, but there isn't a good reason to go nuclear all the fucking time, Jimmy. It's not ever really necessary to go nuclear all the goddamn time. There are people who actually really don't like that. So, just keep that one in mind, Jimmy. Oh, and then I suppose I can take this, put it there. Boom, boom. Put the chest there. Put this shit in here. Wow, did they just increase the storage size of chests? I don't need the boat right now. I don't need the sand. I don't need the wheat seeds. I don't need the stone brick slabs. I don't need those. There we go. Should be good. This is good too. Give me the gold. I just wasted that, didn't I? Yeah, he takes it as a compliment, but it isn't true. Yeah, that's the Jimmy Dore method.
Shit. You know what's been amazing? Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore's fucking podcaster. He's
a good friend of mine.
I love Jimmy Dore. He's calling everybody out. Everybody on the left, everybody on the right.
Breathes fire.
He really does.
He breathes fire.
He doesn't give a fuck. He goes hard. He was doing this.
So, there you go. And I just want to remind everybody how this so that was the Genesis, but here's the most recent Genesis of what happened.
They said Aaron Mate yelled at me. And so
Aaron Mate lied. Aaron Mate. everyone cares what Aaron Mate has to say, right?
Okay.
The guy who denies that Syrian children were killed with chemical attacks. Yeah.
And
fuck
gets
Aaron
paid by
Mate.
the...
Fuck you. Anyway, let's move on. Let's end the freaking pod. I can't.
Okay, see, that's what happens.
I can't stand that guy, and I can't stand the very intentional disinformation they put out there in regard to disgusting dictators around the world. The very people they seem to be working for, to be quite honest with you. Let's move on.
All right, we're done.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
So let's state the obvious. That was gross. That was a smear. It's so absurd that the first time I watched it, I literally laughed out loud. I laughed out loud. Cenk was just mad that Aaron responded to one of his tweets on Israel and Palestine where Cenk said something about sky gods and Aaron dunked on him. But everybody dunked on Cenk for that tweet. Hassan Piker, his nephew, dunked on him for that tweet. Cenk took it personally that Aaron went after him on that tweet, and so I think that's what led to this segment or this portion of the post game. But yeah, there's no excuse for this. This is ridiculous. Of course, Aaron Mate is not paid by dictators or paid by the Russians. He's a great journalist who's done a lot of great work. So
Very
what do
arguable.
I think of that? Of course, I think of that the exact same thing that all of you fucking knew I thought of it, which is that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, that's good to hear. Anything you want to say, Aaron? So far?
Yeah, no. I appreciate Kyle saying that. I really do.
Oh yeah, no. Jimmy Dore's fans absolutely have no clue why people wouldn't like him. Because as soon as you start to criticize him, they either assume that you're an enemy. That's his big deal, is literally every single person who doesn't 1,000% agree with Jimmy Dore is a fucking enemy of Jimmy Dore. There's no room for nuance. There's no room to be like, hey, I think your strategy is bad. I agree with your policy position, but your strategy is bad. Because I do agree that we need Medicare for all, but I think his strategy is bad because Jimmy Dore is fucking dumb. He's toxic. He's abusive. He's narcissistic. He's kind of misogynistic. He's gross. Even the people who work with him sometimes don't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
And I like Kyle. I appreciate the work he does. And so I'm thankful that he said that. The problem that I had with the segment comes afterwards, where he tries to, I think, draw a distinction between what the middle-aged McCarthyites, a.k.a. the Young Turks, said about me and what they said about you. And to me, there's no distinction. They smeared me. And then when they got called out for that, instead of owning up to it, they then tried to smear you and blackmail you. And what I take issue with is any attempt to downplay that and dismiss that as personal drama, which is not. It's just a continued smear attempt. And a refusal to recognize that is, I think, what I think Kyle is missing here in his segment.
I agree 100%. And so let's keep going.
So Crystal and I were planning to have Jimmy on Crystal, Kyle, and Friends one day. We were planning to have Cenk on Crystal, Kyle, and Friends one day. And then as we watched this, we decided, you know what? We don't want to have either one of them on right now, because then we would be responsible for getting in the middle of this absolute mess. And we would have to ask really uncomfortable questions that are really personal in nature. And I don't want to have anything to do with some personal shit.
That's
Now that is
nothing at
some
all.
bullshit,
I care
Kyle.
about policy. I don't care about personal shit.
That is some bullshit there. Oh, yeah, no, that's exactly what Jimmy is here for. Why do you think that this dumb fuck is like, we need to solidify around a singular left... Okay, yeah. Look. We need to solidify around a singular lefty party, and that's why I'm making a People's Party in addition to the DSA and the Socialist Party and the Green Party and the CPUSA, because we've got the Communist Party and the Anarchist Party, but I need to make the People's Party. That's Jimmy Dore. Why would he do that if it wasn't to splinter us even further? Like, what the fuck?
You wouldn't do. I don't. So you go ahead. You want to say something, Aaron?
Well, if you care about policy, then why not? And you recognize that the smear of me was ridiculous. Why not just call that out to begin with? Because, look, my problem here is that when people stay silent on something so egregious as slander, then you're giving sort of tacit endorsement to it, even if you think it's obvious what everyone's going to think your opinion is. If prominent people on the left, say nothing when someone gets accused of working for Russia or for dictators, I see that as a tacit green light, because like that means it's a question of like, are there red lines or not in media? So like, if you were to criticize me for my positions, if you were to criticize me for going on Tucker Carlson, as some people do, that's a criticism, and that's fair to do that, and we can debate the merits of that.
And I do.
When you lie about someone and you basically invent a claim that can seriously damage someone's reputation and career, and that to me is a red line, and that deserves to be called out. And the problem I have is like trying to conflate the ensuing controversy over this with drama, when really, again, what this was just a smear. And if you think it's fucked up now, then why couldn't you call it out when it began? Because I really believe that if people had called it out, more prominent people had called it out earlier, that wouldn't have given the Young Turks the green light to keep going, to keep doubling down, to keep attacking me, and then extend this to you when they made up this bullshit sexual harassment charge against you. So again, yeah, that's the problem I have with this. It's like it's not giving proper enough focus on the thing that started this whole thing, which was them slandering me and not being held accountable for it.
And just for the record, of all the people who've apologized for their statements in this, there's only one person, and that was me. 7 years ago, I apologized for.
Oh, yeah. See ya. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck your committee assignments! You don't agree with me, you shall! Fuck you! Fuck you! You shall! You fucking dildo! Fuck you! How's that one? Oh yeah, no, they only give Tucker Carlson credibility because they think that he's like fighting for the working class, even though this dude has like hella fucking Boot leather. What is this? Sick as fuck, what is this? That's gonna hurt so much. That's gonna, ow. Sick, I found a village. It's got iron golems and everything. Let's fucking go. Bro. Sick village. This shit is sick nasty, y'all. Thanks for the food. Wait, you can just... What a dumb fuck building. Cartography table? I don't have any paper, but I could get some. Maybe. Failure? No. Wheat. Thank you. Yeah, they really don't seem to understand. There's a cat here. Why is there a creeper? Yo, what are you? Iron Golem, get in here. How? How did it do this? Hi. This place is fucking sick. They updated villager clothing, which is sweet. I think I have enough to make a bed, don't I? How do I make a bed? Fuck! Does it all have to be the same? Yes. Fuck me. Okay, well. I'm asleep now. But yeah, I really just don't think Kyle or Jimmy understand what the fuck. Get fucked. Hey, what do you all have? Okay, cool. You, what do you have? Paper for... Emerald for paper, huh? Well, I don't have any of that, so... Fuck. Fuck you. Now I'm gonna have to repair their goddamn houses with sand. Diorite, I guess. Did I put those doors in that one chest? I fucking did. Oh well. Okay. Bread. Don't fear me now. Hey. What do you... Oh, you're a nitwit. Okay. As I explore. Bed and some grass even. You're... Oh, okay, so that's the nitwit spot. Move! Get out of my way. You fucking nerd. God, this village looks so like it looks like it's gonna have some good stuff in it, but like, what is this shit? Oh, getting the phone call. One moment, everybody. I will still be here. Yeah, everybody. I had a phone call, so I muted this and was on the phone. I am exploring a bit. I need the game to stop canceling my run when I jump. Stop that shit. Alright, dandelions can go, I don't care. It's gonna take a lot longer to do it this way, but come on. Gotta remember all the fucking buttons. Some. Oh, yeah, I've got a stone pickaxe right here. Put that there. We make a bunch of chests. That's a crafting table. Place that, 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 that. Actually use these in my thing. Boom. Place one of those, the 4 flint, the sandstone, the gunpowder, the bone, the wheat. And then we go to sleep, sleep, sleep. That's just it. If I jump sooner, I miss. And sometimes I even just stop running randomly, which is a pain in the ass. I haven't found any coal. Indiscriminate mining, gonna tear out this whole world. Yeah, fuck torches. I found magma blocks. Speaking of, oh, and it's definitely bad because something I forgot is ten to 15 blocks for coal. That would mean I have to do work. One, two, three. So. Okay, so from see, look, they got like desert clothes now. I think this way is the way that I would go to get back to my original house. But see, look at this, all this fucking good ass sandstone. See, I want to know what everything is. Where is it all? I just re-downloaded Minecraft. I've got the updated version. Mood lighting. Just burn the wood stuff in the furnace. Eventually I will. I want to go back to my my home. Look at this. All natural stairs. Yeah. I don't think that's right. As a matter of fact, yeah, it's hella not right. I think. Hold up. Desktop, OneDrive. Nope, that's not it. It's under pictures. There's no way. No? That's not it. Oh wow, it captures both screens. Okay. Negative 7.5, negative 29. So I need to go towards negative x. Wow, there's a lot going on over here. Okay. I do think I came from kind of over that way. Oh, I know. There's so much sand stuff. You go away. Yeah. You know what else I fucking need? Make myself a fucking bed. You too. Come here. This looks about right. See, there's a tree missing all of its stuff. Over here, this is where I chop down a tree. I will eventually make ladders. I still have a lot more work to do. That is not the main concern I have. My original home is right over here. Oop. I cannot see anything. You like this new gradient light effect stuff? Look at that. Look at that. Yes, Sam, I remember these things. I know. I jumped on the lava block because it hurt. Specifically because it hurt. I was bad there. Now, I know it's been a little while since I played. There's some things I don't 100% remember. Like, I actually forgot my button layout. I was like, wait, how the fuck do I do this stuff? But, oh, my actual button layout didn't even remain because none of my stuff is here. That's fine. God, I have to find torches. Or, like, light sources. Ooh. I'm dumb. They had torches out here. land on the stuff I'm trying to land you on. Please. Give me that. Give me... Fuck you. My bad now. Fucking bread. Take the dandelion. Take granite. Don't care right now. There's an upstairs here. How do I get up there? That jackass was blocking me off from seeing it. This is my house. Boom. Mine. Dumb as shit. Okay. You can't. Nobody can come into my house. Yeah, you're the farm guy. Part of the reason I don't want to lose our world, because I'm bad at farming. Except for like regular farms, but I don't do the automated farm shit or anything like that. So, you know, that's a thing. We've been live for 1 hour and 55 minutes, everybody. That is going to be taking a break, short one, from me. I need to get up and move around because my ass hurts at this point. So I will be right back. You know, about 5 minutes or so. And that's that. Yeah.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare.
I always respect people who enter into the arena. Doing anything you can to avoid the debate. Come on, man. No idea that you were taking your show off early last time. I had no idea this was going to happen.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare.
I always respect people who enter into the arena.
Seems that even Crowder had gotten some cold feet, so I don't think he's coming.
Why is that?
I would love to ask him myself. He's not even answering anymore.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. 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 Oh no.
had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy.
So let's continue with the Jimmy Dore bullshit.
Joke.
That's right.
I made to a friend immediately, without a pressure campaign, without a blackmail threat. I apologized to a friend and a coworker and my boss for a joke. And she accepted, and that's water under the bridge. And then she weaponized it 7 years later when she's getting criticized for her McCarthyism to try to distract people. And then Kyle let it distract him. So I'm going to show you what happened. He was talking about why he didn't want to have people on the show. We're not going to have anybody on the show. Well, what happened was they booked me like a month earlier, right? So like on June 1st, I was texting with Crystal, and I said, she asked me to tweet out their new show. She was like, hey, could you help promote our new show? And I said, done. I did it. I helped promote their new show. And I said, looking forward to KKF. Kyle has not floated any dates to me yet. And she said, all right, I'll bug him and thank you. You've always been so good to us, and I am truly grateful. And so you heard Kyle also refer to me on the Joe Rogan clip as his good friend. So the way they treated me after this was not like you would treat a friend or even an enemy. The way they...
Actually, let's see. A friend of yours is trying to stay out of the middle of a fight between you and another friend of theirs. You end up bringing them into this fight by attacking them. They come out and they give you some uncomfortable truths that they were trying not to hurt your fucking feelings with. I would say that this is actually the mark of somebody who cares about you more than you definitely care about them. And for you to see this as some sort of smear or disregard of you is extraordinarily narcissistic. They're trying to help you. He's literally trying to be like, hey, you fucked up, and this is where I think you did wrong.
They treated me was unbelievably rude and unprofessional to the extreme. So you see that I have a date booked. So she gives me the date. I picked June 24th. So when June 44th comes around, I'm ready to go do this show. And I realize they haven't given me a link. They haven't, nothing. There's no text reminding me, no nothing. So we're supposed to go at 10 a.m. and at 5 to 10, I texted them both saying, hey, I have this on my calendar today. Are we still doing it? And they ghosted me. So they decided not to have me on the show, and they didn't tell me. They didn't send me an email the day ahead of time or even the day or whatever, nothing. And they didn't respond to my text when I sent it to them.
Yeah,
they just ghosted me.
That happens sometimes.
And
sometimes people get
then about
busy
2.5
as
hours
shit.
later, in the afternoon, so I was supposed to do it at 10 a.m., around 12:30, they sent me a text. And here's the text, okay? And the reason why I bring this up is because Kyle brought it up. So now that's why I'm bringing this up. So I'm going to tell you. So here's my text. Are we doing a show today? My calendar says we are. And Kyle says, hey, Jimmy. So again, that was, at 2.5 hours later, after they ghosted me, he says, hey, Jimmy, we are trying to stay as far away from the war between you and Aaron and TYT as possible. On the policy, we agree much more with you. Russia, Syria, forced to vote, etc. We're disturbed by Anna's...
Do you see what this Weasley fucking slimy little shitbag does? He's just dropping DMs and texts and stuff that isn't being made public by, the people who are contacting him. No, it's specifically whenever people do something that inconveniences him or something he doesn't like. Oh, let's just drop shit. Let's just drop DMs. Let's drop private text. Let's drop this fucking shit that somebody is, trying to keep behind the scenes. Even if it's not like big bad exposing them as a corporate shill or something like that. No, that's not what this is about. This is just because his feelings are hurt.
attacks on Aaron, but we also didn't like the way you talked about Anna's dress. What? The effing F?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's my good friend? Making a false equivalency? Validating a complete, transparently bullshit attack? Yes.
To sexual harassment?
Is Anna
Yes.
your executive? Is Anna the executive in this situation?
Yes, she's the executive in the situation.
Huh.
As friends of you and Jank and Anna, we're pressing pause on having anyone involved on the show. We're sorry, Jimmy. Hope you understand. So they didn't press pause, though. They didn't. So they could have just stopped there. Hey, Jimmy, we are trying to stay as far away from the as possible. They could have just stopped there. They didn't. They had to keep going. And it got insulting. And so it was already insulting because they ghosted me.
Okay. Yeah. That I'm about to bring that one up here, humorous Boris. But no. Do you hear this? How could they do that to me? How could they do that to me? They didn't stay out of this. Kyle didn't stay out of this when I specifically said that, I tagged him in tweets and impugned him for not having gotten in the middle of this. They tried to stay out of it. I kept antagonizing and bombarding Kyle until he finally made a video and spoke out about it, and that's cause for me to freak out right now. He didn't want to be in the middle of this, but I tried to drag him into it. Now that he's mad about it, I get to be mad about him being mad about me dragging him into the middle of this when he tried to stay out of it. Yeah, do you see this? Kyle legitimately was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have, I'm trying not to stay in the middle of, like, the text and everything. I guarantee if I blow this up. Ooh, that was actually, the text was before Kyle said he didn't, like, before the Twitter thing where Jimmy started tagging him and liking tweets involving Kyle being tagged and shit. So this text with him saying he wants to stay out of the middle of it, Jimmy kept pressing it and pushing it and doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. I don't understand. What is it? Why? Now, yes, as humorous Boris has kindly pointed out here, Jimmy does whatever he can to benefit himself, and he claims he's this strong fucking progressive fighter for his big deal is he wants Medicare for all. That's why he did force the vote. Well, So, Bernie Sanders running there on Medicare for all. Jimmy Dore here is screeching about Medicare for all being the most important thing, but he hardcore supported Tulsi Gabbard over everyone else. Tulsi Gabbard literally calls her own preferred healthcare bill un-American. Tulsi Gabbard pushed the Australian-style healthcare system, which is not Medicare for all by any stretch of the imagination. And he is so adamant that Medicare for all is the only way to go forward that he would support Tulsi Gabbard, who does not support Medicare for all, when she said she did. Initially, he supported her. Then she turned around and completely dropped all support for Medicare for all for her own bill, and he turned around and made excuses for her before she even did it herself. Jimmy Dore does not give a fuck. He's anti-imperialist, and that's all he's got. It's good to be anti-imperialist, it really is. I have no problems with somebody being against, like, war and shit. But what I do have a problem with is the cynical weaponization and false support of things. Medicare for all so ungodly important, yet you're not going to actually support the candidate who presses for it. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And yeah, Jimmy doesn't have any other mode. It, as Kyle said, Jimmy has one mode, and it's fucking nuclear. You insult him in any way, you asked for it. Alright, buddy. You did. Whatever it is he wants to throw at you, fair game. Hey, look, iron. And a dead chicken. I'll take it. Random ass dead animal underground. Of course it doesn't make any sense, but nothing Jimmy Dore ever does actually makes any fucking sense. Oh, it's raw iron. I thought that was okay. What the fuck is raw iron? That's new. Yeah, I supported the guy who supported Medicare for All as well. I still support Medicare for All. I know Bernie has done some stuff that people really are like, oh man, he's sold out, he's fallen so far. And in some ways I can kind of see and agree with what their criticism is, but at the same time, like, fuck you. Give me furnace or give me death. And we continue on in this vein for a little while now. We're just gonna work our way on down in a mostly straight line. Yeah, Bernie was the best chance of getting Medicare for All, but you know, sometimes people let themselves be completely fucking idiotic and discard all analysis of any situation or a candidate because they got angry that they didn't do 100% what that candidate wanted done at any given point in time. Jimmy Dore is the kind of person who looks at Bernie and says that he's a sellout shill because he can't get Medicare for All by himself. He's the same kind of person who would yell about the squad being frauds if he told them that they should eat pigeon shit on a stream. And if they refused to do it, he would yell at them and call them frauds and sellouts. Because that's who Jimmy Dore is. You're ignoring the will of the people, and the will of the people wanted you to eat chicken shit, pigeon shit, smear yourself in your own shit. AOC, you're selling out. You're not fighting for the working class. They want you to smear yourself in feces. I wonder if I'm ever actually going to get any goddamn coal. Last torch I got, and that was a bat. Tells me there's a cave nearby. Wait, no. What? Can you link that video? Boris, can you link that video? I have not seen that. That just sounds about like what I could expect from Jimmy Dore, honestly. Shit, though. Sorry, got a text message, but yeah, if you could. Of course he wasn't joking. It's Jimmy Dore. But if you can send me a link to that, I will fucking sit here and wait. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck. This chat should allow links. Let me... Live chat. Anyone can send messages. Live chat replay. There is no... No, it's not. Oh, iron is now affected by fortune. Okay, I didn't even see that. There should be... Is it in my overall channel thing? Is that what this is about? Creator dashboard. Settings. Channel. Advanced settings. Feature eligibility. Permissions. Upload defaults. Advanced settings. Allow all comments. Agreements. Community. Alright, so I'll get that there. Now links should be... Links should be good, but here, let me do this just as a thing. Go ahead and try and resend the link. I just made you a moderator, so it should, in case things are weird, and it's blocking them for most people, it shouldn't for you. In the meantime, yeah, because this is where my stuff is. Nothing should be able to get in that way. Oop. So yeah. Once I get that link, we should be good to go. Well, hold on. Oh wow. Hey. Yeah, because that's not what I wanted to do. I want to open this. What? No, for some reason it's not letting me get it. Hold on. It's my fucking idiotic. See, it sends it to me, but this is where it sends me, by the way. So, let me see if I can just look it up. Nope, doesn't appear for me. So the link you sent, yeah, it shows links, but might be going to see somebody. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you visit your channel. Can I? I don't. Fine. If you want to do it that way to me, phone. Yeah, YouTube. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Videos. My lying is bad. My Facebook hate speech too. Donald Trump Jr. Jimmy Dore. Ah.
Hey, everybody. So, um, this is an important video. And the reason I say that is because I wanted you to hear Jimmy Dore in his own words.
It's probably because it's trying to send me to your YouTube Creator Studio while I'm logged into my YouTube Creator Studio account instead of sending me directly to your video for some reason. I don't know why. But, hey, we got it here, and shout out to Humorous Boris. Another anti-Jimmy Dore person.
To his fans. And this was a warning that Jimmy Dore gave 2 years ago on YouTube channel hashtag Unity4J under the title Comedian Jimmy Dore hashtag Unity4J online vigil in support of Julian Assange June 2018. And we're gonna just have to go back here a second. So this is, let me just play it here. Go ahead and listen to for yourself.
And again, I'm sure if you told the truth about that on MSNBC, they'd fire you.
Oh, and yeah, since I'm going to go ahead just as a formality to you, Humorous Boris, I would, if you wouldn't mind typing into the chat that you give me permission to look at this video, and then we'll go over it. And it sounds like to me, just by the little bit that I've heard, you're getting a bit of a feedback loop with your audio.
So people need to realize that Chris Hayes, Rachel Maddow, fake tough guy Lawrence O'Donnell.
If you hear that, I can show you. I mean, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, but I also have OBS. The issue you're having is you just need to mute one of these, like your audio output capture, So I've got an input capture that has to be muted and an output capture that has to be muted. And then my actual thing, which is playing the, if you look here.
Or just that. Bought and paid for. They make $30,000.
So it separates them. Not entirely sure why that's a thing, but it is. So that's just a little piece of advice if you haven't figured that one out already. I mean, this was over a year ago, so I'm sure you have. But in case you didn't know that one, it happens occasionally on updates with OBS. It's a pain.
A day. People don't realize how much money that is. $30,000 a day, I would say the shit they are saying. No problem. It's just that nobody's making those offers to me. So I get to tell the truth. But as soon as I'm making $30,000 a day, don't fucking listen to me.
I can guarantee that our audience will never stop listening to you because I know.
See your eyeballs? I can't believe he said that. Now, when somebody reveals to you who they are, believe them, okay? Now, this is Jimmy. I'm going to play it one more time just so, y'all get it. This is Jimmy telling you and everyone within earshot exactly what he will do, exactly who he is, okay?
And again, I'm sure if you told the truth about that on MSNBC, they'd fire you. So people need to realize that Chris Hayes, Rachel Maddow, fake tough guy Lawrence O'Donnell are just that. Bought and paid for. They make $30,000 a day. People don't realize how much money that is.
People probably do realize. I mean, if you told somebody that another person makes $30,000 a day, especially somebody who makes like $30,000 a year, they'd understand just how much money that actually is. But guess what? Jimmy. Hey, nobody would pay for you to do what you do. Like, nobody big would pay for you to be a sellout because they don't need to. You already help destroy the left. That's what you do. Why would anybody come in and drop a whole bunch of money in your lap when you're getting paid enough money as it is right now to continue to make it worth it for you to continue doing what you're doing, which is destroy the left, and you're feeding into their goal of destroying the left. It's all bad. You're just all bad. That's what it is. Okay. There is more integrity coming out of Chris Hayes than there has ever been coming out of Jimmy Dore, and I don't want to hear Jimmy fucking Dore criticizing Chris Hayes. Yes, Chris Hayes is restrained a bit on how hard he can go with things because he does work for MSNBC, but his critiques are infinitely more substantive than anything I've ever heard from this fucking moron on my screen right now in two places. Right here and right here. Now, this is ironic because, well, I guess technically they're on my screen in 2, 4, 6 places, and I'm on my screen in 2 places. So, yeah. Because this other screen, I'll just show you here. You've got Jimmy and Jimmy with Jimmy and Jimmy. And this one's actually infinitely fractal. But then you've got Jimmy and Jimmy. Well, I suppose. You got, yeah. So I got a whole bunch of Jimmy over here.
$30,000 a day, I would say the shit they are saying. No problem. It's just that nobody's making those offers to me. So I get to tell the truth. But as soon as I'm making $30,000 a day, don't fucking listen to me.
That's Jimmy, in his own words, telling everyone, don't listen to him anymore. Because he will have sold out. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but Jimmy Dore is making about $5,000 a day for any of his streams. And that's not including his Patreons and monthly donators and things like that. These are individual donations during his live streams that are giving him $5,000 a day. Let me just oops, that's not very helpful. Can't spell. Jimmy has 3,087 Patreon.
Oh, here's the sad thing about this, Boris. When you did this video a year ago, he had 3,087 Patreons, or patrons. Oh, he's dropped. What do you know? People have dropped from him. See, I saw somewhere that he had like 8,000 patrons, and I'm like, that's like $16,000 a month. This would be like $22,000 a month. Wait, there's 7 levels. You can pay $100 a month. What? What? Oh my god. This is going to be the only time I mention my Patreon. Is it just Sandwich Pants? No, there's no way. I know I have one. Oh well. I have one as well, and my most, I only have like the 1 tier, and I think it's like $1 a month. That's it.
Very minimum at $2 per month. Let's say 3,087 people are, I mean, it's going to be a little over 6,000, maybe 194 it looks like. But what is 3,087 times $2 a day? This is just assuming that everyone is only giving $2 a day. That's $6,174 a month. Okay? And this is not including the $5,000 he makes every single stream that he does. This is that are just individual donations, super chats and things like that. Okay? So let's $5,000 a day plus $6,000 a month. I don't think I need to actually do any math here, but we're approaching pretty close to $30,000 a day. Now, let's look at Jimmy's YouTube channel, shall we?
Let's do that.
What sort of videos is Jimmy Dore doing nowadays? Let's go to his channel and we'll just look at what he's doing with all of that money that he's making all the time now.
Oh, yeah. Is this you showing the shift? Because I think he used to do some slightly more substantive critiques, especially when he was working with the Young Turks. Like, it used to be slightly more substantive. It wasn't the absolute garbage drivel that he's doing. But then he switched and suddenly, like, Trump isn't all that bad. He kind of, like, never really criticizes them, but he goes hard after the fucking progressives.
Oh, latest one, looks like he's throwing Ilhan Omar, a Justice Democrat progressive, under the bus, telling everyone that she's gaslighting supporters over support of a stimulus and Biden. And now he's going to talk about Trump announcing student loan deferment and possible extension, which, he's just loving Trump now. Of course, crapping on Joe Biden and, thinking Joe Rogan is awesome. Now, I don't like Joe Biden, but Joe Biden is not a progressive. I don't see him as part of our movement anyways, so I really don't care. He can crap on Joe Biden all day long. Joe Biden was never a part of the movement anyways. Just another neoliberal warmongering corporatist that doesn't care about you or any working person. Just as long as he got what he got, and screw you. And, of course, subservient to AOC's subservience to Pelosi and Party Exposed, another Justice Democrat, one of the very few progressives that have actually infiltrated the Democratic Party and are actually making changes within right now, as he talks about crapping on AOC, crapping on Ilhan Omar. Now he's attacking Clinton advisor instead of Robert Reich, an actual smart economist that is for the working man. So now he's going to crap on him. Now Trump is telling the truth about Bernie dropping out because Trump's the truth teller and Bernie's a big old fascist liar now. And here we got another one. Progressive media starts criticizing AOC and Bernie. Now, progressive media, what he means by that is him. Actual progressive media is not criticizing and attacking them. Trump shows Bernie how to win presidential election. Once again, propping up Trump, shitting on Bernie. Joe Rogan exposes Democrats. Bernie backs off Medicare for all as Trump adopts it.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah. See, I kind of called it because I noticed this trend myself after going back and looking through some of his bullshit. Oh my god. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, so dumb. Hey, anybody who's here right now, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, please hit that like button. You should probably, if you feel like it, not any pressure here, but you should hit that subscribe button. See this thing? You should also come over here to Humorous Boris. I will actually post link in chat. So if you are here, boom, get over there, subscribe to Boris as well. Maybe not a whole lot of content over time, but god damn it, you know what? It's solid.
Yeah, no. This is a real true truth teller now, isn't it? An admitted truth teller hashtag, or quotes. Are you starting to see a pattern? This is just a few of his latest videos, but this has been going on for a good year now. AOC throws Bernie Bros under the bus on The View. Okay, these are all gaslighting, triggering titles, and all he's doing is just shitting on the very few progressives that have actually been successful in infiltrating the Democratic Party and changing it from within. No third party has ever done this before. Okay? And it just goes on. What's wrong inside Bernie's campaign? Cenk Uygur calls out AOC after Politico article. Now that's true. Sorry if I said Cenk Uygur did do that. Cenk Uygur was also wrong. AOC screams against stimulus bill, then votes for it. A lie. Why are progressives voting for the ultimate screwing of America? This is a so-called progressive who just shits on the only actual progressives that are doing actual change for the better within the DNC. Okay? These are the only ones. He's attacked Ro Khanna. It's just on and on and on. And of course, every time he's not shitting on them.
I have no complaints. None. Boom. Let's make sure you don't get ratioed here, Boris. Partly, I have a vested interest in this because, as you could possibly see here, if you go to my videos and you go, this one, see, it's got 196 views 2 weeks ago. Full of things. Ratioed. I don't know why it's showing that I liked my own video. I didn't, but whatever.
He's propping up Tucker Carlson as some kind of truth teller. Now, why does he think he's a truth teller when every single progressive on the planet knows that he isn't? Well, because he was anti-war and he didn't believe Russiagate. Well, supposedly, Jimmy is anti-war and believes that Russiagate was a hoax. So, of course, even if a known propagandist liar agrees with him, well, now he's a truth teller. So he props him up. And what's frustrating for me is that this has been going on for a long time. And slowly but surely, some people have woken up and have seen him for what he is. One of the worst offenses that woke the most people up was when Tulsi Gabbard endorsed excuse me. When Tulsi Gabbard endorsed Joe Biden. And what does he do? What does he do? Did Bernie refuse Tulsi's endorsement? Once again, framing it as if Bernie was the problem.
Yeah, this is one of the few times. Okay, because he's not here to like actually have the left do well. He's here to splinter them. Bernie starts doing well. He has to support Tulsi Gabbard, and he has to start shitting on Bernie and supporting Tulsi, and just holding support to Tulsi, even though Tulsi is a transphobe. The only thing she has is being anti-war, like anti-imperialist. She's not even really anti-war. She supports war in other cases. She just doesn't like want shit to happen with Assad and other dictators. So I don't know. Tulsi Gabbard is a terrible fucking individual. Let's face it. Sorry, I'm dealing with fun in the inbox.
Bernie is being cheated again. Will he fight with Tim Canova? Tim Canova was another great progressive that progressives really wanted him in, and he totally got screwed by the DNC. Now, and he's using this to shit on Bernie. When Tulsi Gabbard endorsed Joe Biden, Jimmy Dore went on an unhinged
We have a
rant,
special guest with us, Congress.
and where he accuses not accuses, sorry, when he compares Bernie Sanders to being a Nazi. And I forgot the mark for that, but you know, if you want, go to Jimmy Dore's channel. Tough questions for Tulsi over Biden support. Just listen to this unhinged man.
Yeah, he does really go after a lot of, like, I haven't really heard him mention Jamal Bowman too much, because I think that he's more as misogynistic as he is here to splinter the left. But yeah, if you notice, his attacks are mostly against Bernie, who's an old man. So, I mean, not a whole lot of, like, horrible pushback from Bernie himself. And then he goes after Cori Bush, woman of color, AOC, Ilhan Omar, Pramila Jayapal, a lot on her, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, like every single woman in Congress hard.
I don't know if he's just been radicalized so much, or if he's just a jack-off comedian, or what. I used to just give him the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, he's just a comedian, he's not very bright, whatever. But as the evidence just continues to pile on every day, all the framing, all the feckless Sanders campaign finally listens to Jimmy Dore? What? No. Trust me. There was no one in the Sanders campaign that was listening to Jimmy Dore. This is what a narcissist gaslighter does. He frames it like this: feckless Sanders.
Yeah.
And people are just eating it up. Most of his audience now seems to be comprised of trolls and right-wingers, Trump supporters, who are just loving him for everything he says because he is absolutely decimating actual progressives. And it's really sick to watch when you have a guy who admitted 2 years ago that if he ever made $30,000 a day, he would happily sell out. It's no problem. And he wasn't telling any jokes. He wasn't joking about that. Did you see him tell any jokes?
No, he wasn't joking.
Where was the joke in that interview? I didn't hear any jokes. I heard a man being 100% serious, saying he knows how it works, and if anyone ever invites him in, he'll be happy to sell out too.
Yeah, but he doesn't. The problem is yeah, he knows how the selling out works, but he doesn't know how anything the fuck else works. Which is why he is like, if anybody wants to pay me $30,000 a day, I'd say whatever they want me to as well, because he's a useful idiot in that regard. I guarantee, because he doesn't have. We'll just assume everybody is a $50 tier donator. Or no, we'll go with the 30 because that's more reasonable. And he's got 2206. $66,180 per month. He's got people he has to pay, so you can probably divide that by 4. Boom, $16,000 a month. If he's paying them appropriately. $198,000 a year. Meanwhile, if somebody came in and paid him $30,000 a day times most days, $10 million a year, yeah, of course he would fucking sell out.
And now he's calling everyone else a sellout. And he told you, don't listen to me if I ever do that. That's his own words. And when people tell you who they are, believe them. It's really frustrating me to see actual progressives who are falling for this bullshit. And they're feeding them. They're giving him more and more money. They're giving him more money to lie to him. And
True.
it's sad. It's sad.
Alright, now I don't want to go over all of this, mostly because anyone here who's watching that isn't already, humorous Boris, should be going over here and subbing to this channel and watching. As a matter of fact, 86, I'm gonna count down from 30 in my head, and then I'm gonna refresh this page. And if you haven't gone and subbed to this channel, or liked this video, mostly sub to the channel, I'm gonna be very disappointed in all of you. I will. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it. You know what? We're gonna give it a discount. Okay. So, all of you should. What's this?
Actual progress.
I'm disappointed in all of you. So disappointed. Well, we have been here. That's no problem. I mean, you're another content creator. You're letting me use your stuff, and I actually enjoy it. So, send people if they do. Oh yeah, no. If you want to, I mean, there's a big YouTuber I can show you that doesn't like Jimmy Dore. I mean, shit. Let me just go. Uh, I don't necessarily actually have permission to play this, but as you can see here, Jimmy Dore is either an idiot or an enemy, probably both.
I love these tireless advocates for workers' rights who do literally nothing but jump on far-right television programs and try to suck the dicks of their hosts. Who considers Dore to be left? I don't know. Ask Brianna Joy Gray.
Every other country's making sure their workers, if they shut their business down, gets their wages paid. That's Canada's been getting a $2,000 UBI since COVID started. Plus, they already have health care. People in the United States do not know that this is the only country handling it this way. We are punishing our own people, and nobody can give me an answer. We are fighting over a one-time $2,000 check, not a weekly, not a monthly, not a one-time $2,000 check, as if rent only happens once every year, instead of it happening monthly. So we are living in a failed state. Neoliberal. So when Donald Trump got elected, they wanted to talk about Russia and Vladimir Putin, instead of the reason why Donald Trump got elected was because the government had abandoned working people, and it turned its...
God, Dore is such a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. First of all,
See? I don't want to play the whole video there either, especially since I don't have the thing, but... Oh, yeah. Yeah, love Bosch. Great content creator. Phone, you need to calm down with your buzzing and shit. You're gonna make me mad. God, we've been gone for 2 hours and 55 minutes. We're a full... Oh, no. Oh, okay. That was dumb. Well... I'll give you all a heads up. I may have to come in and end this at some point soon. Maybe, I've got somebody I may go and see down at a hotel. But I don't necessarily have to do that right now. I'm waiting to hear back to see if that's a thing. So it might be a thing. But what's happening right now is break time. So we're gonna do the thing. That was, yeah.
Kid's too smart to ever learn to unfire
Alright, sorry, Stream. I actually do have to go. I've got very little time to be able to do this, so I am out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that sub button, hit that like